what's up YouTube? Obviously this is my first WOLCEN video. This isn't my typical content, but I'm really enjoying this game, so I'm doing a video on it. This is a build guide for my hammer build, which is what I use to play through the campaign. I'm offline right now. I'm not max level. I haven't grinded really any of in-game. I literally just beat the final boss like a couple hours ago and did a couple missions over here just to kind of feel things out. So yeah, let me give you a quick teaser of the build in action, and then I'll come through and show you guys like skill tree and gear quality and whatever. Mind you, I am level 44. My gear is nothing fantastic. The damage numbers can only go up from where they're at, and the build is not even completed yet. I will show you where I will go for it to be completed, and I don't want to exactly continue progressing on this account because it's offline. I want to start playing online, so figured I might as well show the build as is, and you guys can, like, you can see how it can improve. So, all right, let's check out some clips here.
A worthy reward for my efforts.
Alright, as you can see, it does a lot of damage. The damage can only increase from where I'm at in the game right now.
There have been some developments while you were gone.
None of these are really what I'm looking for, but I don't plan on playing this account that much, or not this account, but this character much anymore because it's online, or offline, sorry. But going into the skill tree here, you can see the skills I use, obviously. Wings of Ishmir, Sovereign Shout, Flight of Gavaner, I don't know, Juggernaut. I'm using a two-hand weapon just because the damage is insane on the two-handed weapon. And then Wrath of Balfeth, I don't know how to say that shit. Alright, so going through to the runes here, really the only thing that matters is the hammer, right? So I'm picking up all the damage that I can. One thing that I want to point out, and I don't know if this has been pointed out by somebody else, but this rune right here is currently bugged. See how I have a 100% crit chance? If I turn this off, I only have 43. I don't have that much block. I'm using a two-handed weapon. And to show you that, go over here to character. My block chance is 4.5%. Yet over here, it's given me 67% crit. So something's a little fishy with that. That's fine. I think the build will still perform just fine, even if I didn't have all that crit, because as you progress later into the game, you're going to have better gear with more crit on it anyways than what I have right now. My ferocity is nowhere near maxed out, so I could do a lot more damage than what you just saw. Here's the skill tree so far. I still have more skill points to put into this, but this is the initial build. I think it's best to run it with fire, just so you can come down here and use Blistering Embrace. But progressing through the game, you'll start out with your skill tree like this, and you will come through here because it's hard to progress with, unless you want to progress with like ranged weapons, but I don't really advise that if this is the build you're going to. It's still a melee build. You're just using a projectile ability. I'm going to come down in here and then get all of these, like your melee damage, your critical damage, all the damage abilities coming through here. The cooldown is nice to have too. More crit, and you come down in here, grab more and more damage, and you come off into here, and then you come in here. This is where you kind of split off. I just think it's best to run this build with a fire damage weapon or a physical weapon. That way you can convert your damage into fire through these skills here. You can use other weapons as well, but it's just best to run fire just because you get 30% more fire damage here, and then you get access to Blistering Embrace, so you can detonate your burn stacks, which isn't a lot of damage, but it's nice because then you can come over here and get some nice bonus things while you go into Flurrying Flames, which is nice for when you're playing cleanup, but this isn't absolutely necessary for the build. I mean, there's different ways you can go about doing what kind of damage you can do. As long as you follow the initial guideline, you don't even have to really go down here. Other than to get this, you need Furious Appetite here. So you generate rage instead of willpower. And then you need Frenzied Blows, so when you have maxed out rage, you do twice as much damage. And then once you're up here, it's time to rotate this, fill this out. You can do this while it's over here, and then turn and connect it. And then you want to bring this out here and then start getting all this crit up here in Assassin and get the 100% extra crit damage. Minus 30% damage because we're going to be critting anyways, right? We have 100% crit because our ability is bugged. So, there you go. And then you come over here and then you come down. Like, this is where I'm going now, is to get this Blessed Silver ability because this synergizes really well with the build. I just haven't gotten it yet. You can grab this too. It's not absolutely necessary because you're killing everything. You're not really stunning anything or impairing it or whatever. So you'll come down here and you'll get this to get your third hammer. So it splits into 3 instead of just 2. You get 1 from the rune and then 1 from this ability here, so it splits into 3. And then you continue going over here and then you'll grab this for another 25% damage. This gives you more damage when you're at least 6 meters away from all enemies. It's nice. And then you come through here and finish off and get this ability as well, which is 175% all projectile damage scaling with distance at 15 meters. Which is a lot. That's a lot more damage. See, I don't have 175% damage here, and I'm missing... Like, this makes it fly faster, which could be good, could be bad. I mean, the faster it flies, the faster it comes back, the faster it goes on cooldown. You're still going to kill everything just as fast. So I don't think projectile speed is necessarily bad for this. But yeah, and then you'll grab this. I'm not exactly sure how many more skill points I got. I'm level 45 right now. Does it stop at 50? Because I know your character goes up to 90. I'm going to assume it stops at 50 because getting much more than this is pretty busted. I think, in terms of like how you can build. But if you get even more, then I would look into like just getting more damage. Another stamina point's nice. You know, just random stuff like this, stuff that help me survive. Just the flat out bonus stats, like where are they at? These, like toughness here. I would grab stuff like this. Grab toughness here. I can just link that pretty easily. Grab this ferocity here. I don't know why I didn't grab that already, actually. But yeah, so you can grab these nodes with leftover points for sure. So there's a skill tree. And then as for my gear, I told you, like, I'm not very high level. I am level 45 doing that much damage. One-shotting elite mobs and everything. Yeah, I got some reds in here. Some of the stuff just dropped, like, recently farming in-game. But, like, basically what you're looking for in your gear is elemental damage, material damage, crit damage, weapon damage. As much damage as you can get while getting as much survivability as you can get. Having attack speed is nice just for when you do have to use this. Cooldown reduction is really nice, so you can use the hammer more often. Melee weapon damage also increases the damage of your hammers, so it's nice to get that as well. Basically anything that gives you more damage based on what kind of weapon you're using. If you're going fire, I think fire is the most optimal type of damage you can do because you're getting it in your skill tree anyways. So find a weapon that's similar to this, where it has a good amount of fire damage and other damage and physical damage on it. So with this, I can look for elemental damage, I can look for material damage, and there you go. I have a bunch of bonus damage. And as for gems, you know, fire damage, crit damage, all that stuff. So that's the build. Let me know what you think in the comments. I checked on YouTube before recording this, and I didn't see any other build like that popped up in me just searching builds, you know, that was similar to this one. At least I didn't see them. So if there is one out there, like, there's one out there already, but this is just a really fun build that I thought I would share. And also, I didn't mention this, but Juggernaut here, you can convert your base physical damage into fire damage. So that's just another really nice thing to have on top of this. So just use Juggernaut. So basically when I'm fighting like big waves of things, I'll go in, you know, throw my hammer, generate some of my rage, start flurrying off. But I'll pop this while I'm in the middle of a bunch of mobs, so that like I have some kind of defensive capability with me. Generate my rage, go into my hammer. You know, it's just pretty simple build. It's fun, really fun to use, and the wave clear in this build is absolutely insane, as you can tell. So yeah, drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want some more guild guides from me. I'm playing 3 games right now, so whichever one is most popular on YouTube is probably the one I'm going to be doing more content for. So if you guys want to see more content from me on WOLCEN, like the video, help it in the algorithm, drop some comments, and hopefully it gets some traction and it inspires me to do more videos on WOLCEN. Because I really enjoy the game. It's fun. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah.